Yes. Chairman Powell,
Here.
Commissioner Ogden,
Here.
Commissioner Chapel,
Present.
Commissioner Coffin, Commissioner French.
Here.
Chairman, you have a quorum.
Item 2 is public comments. Not seeing any. We'll move to item 3, approval of the minutes for April 14, 2016.
So made.
Second. Motion's been made and seconded. Can we have a vote, please?
All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Thank you very much.
Item 4, discussion and possible action on final plat for English Farms Phase 1.
Yeah, you guys received multiple emails from me over the course of last week, just trying to make sure that you had your eyes on this ahead of time. We do have a hard copy here if you need it. I do not have the applicant or their engineer present right now, so I'm very sorry for that, but our engineering team, Myers Engineering, approved this. We went through a very thorough process with them to make sure that everything was good to go. They have come back multiple times and, worked back and forth between applicant and engineer, and they finally gave the go-ahead about 2.5 weeks ago.
So you see no problems with it?
No.
In other words, as far as the city engineers are concerned, we're totally
Yeah,
covered.
they have
everything.
blessed
They're
this.
totally in blessed.
Yep, if you want to say that.
Okay, one question I was kind of stumbling through this plat stuff is that one of the requirements of the planning commission was to perhaps look into and making sure that these various folks have a surety bond. Do you know whether that's followed up by planning or the city council, or do we require that?
We typically, it's not necessarily something that goes through a board or a council for that matter. It's just something that we handle internally as staff. And
that is
so,
being required?
I'm sorry,
And that is being required?
everything that we've done since I've been here, yes.
Do you have any idea on the amount of what, something like that?
I think Mr. Ogden can probably answer that. Being a developer, that's just based on the estimated cost of public utilities and streets.
Just make sure it's all done.
Right, it covers them in case there's a
Some kind
problem
of
with it.
percentage of that.
Right.
Very good. That being the case, then, and then if we've had our own engineers blessing everything, I make a motion that we accept the application.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Can we have a vote, please?
All in favor, please respond by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
I'm going to skip item 5 and go to item 6 as staff comments. Mr. Mosley?
Yeah, I just wanted to, before we heard from the commissioners, I did want to put a note out there. We're looking at Monday, May 23rd at 5:30 p.m. to host a workshop discussing metal buildings in residential areas. So if you guys can make that, we'd love to get your input and start getting some ideas going on. We obviously have seen these come up very frequently as of late. And so just to kind of get all ideas out there and get us all in a room freely to talk about it.
You will email us and remind us?
I will email you and remind you.
And is that
Okay.
5:30 again, did I hear, Mr. Mosley?
Yes, and we're going to look to meet upstairs in the third floor conference room.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
I guess technically I still have the floor. Next month, just to make everyone aware already, yesterday we received the final documents ready for a special use permit for the State Capitol Publishing Museum. Some of you may know that Bywater Development Group has began negotiations for a senior living facility inside of the Publishing Museum. Earlier this year, we passed a resolution or an ordinance requiring a special use permit for multifamily development exceeding 12 units inside of the Central Business District. So that is why you're seeing this one come before you for a special use permit. It will have 2 public meetings. Your Planning Commission meeting is actually scheduled for June 9th of 2016. The way it falls, it's going to be about 11 days in between the Planning Commission and the City Council meeting. And so whatever, I can't remember what the date of the second City Council meeting is. I guess it would be the 21st.
Correct.
those will be our two public hearings on that. But again, the Publishing Museum and Bywater Development Group, a special use permit has been applied for at this time. So I anticipate next month being a fairly good back and forth conversation between what they're wanting to do and talk about kind of a very significant building in our downtown.
And what about the community meetings? Did you say something about?
There are two public hearings,
Oh, public.
and those are required for special use permits. And so those notices will go out to property owners within 300 feet of the building, and then a public notice is also going to be displayed in the Guthrie News Leader. I believe it's scheduled for May 26th, if I remember right.
And I'm sorry, when did you say the public ones were?
The public meetings are the Planning Commission meeting set for June 9th, and then the following city council meeting, I believe that's June 21st. So those are our two public meetings.
Okay.
Okay.
So I expect good back and forth just because it is a significant building in our downtown. And with that, I will allow us to head back to item number 5.
Item number 5 is request for future items of discussion. Mr. Ogden?
Well, if we can take a look at this building, these metal buildings, which have been a pretty big thing, I think that'll be excellent for us to do that at our workshop. That's all I would have.
Commissioner French?
Have nothing.
Commissioner Chapel?
Just want to give a,
No.
That's all right, I can handle him. I just want to give a shout out to the municipal services for how good the parks and the entrances to the city are looking, and the cemetery. They've been working really hard with all this rain.
They have.
And everything looks really, really great. And go Thunder.
Thunder up.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thunder up.
Item 7 is commissioner comments. Hearing none, I will make a motion, or not make a motion, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
We are adjourned.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Congratulations.